and tenderness.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why are there projectile
Did
objects?
someone just throw something at me?
Why are there projectile objects? There will be no defenestration during this recording. No defenestration. Miss Haynes compels you to do so. The power of Christ compels you.
Oh my goodness.
The power of Chris compels you.
I was born with that power.
Black girl magic.
Wow. This is
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
fuck show?
Are
This is
we
ILNL.
recording now?
Well, let me put it on there since she said it. You say it again.
This is ILNL.
There you go. All right. Let's start the
Wait.
show.
Wait.
Welcome to ILNL. People don't know how to act right.
Not at all. Not at all.
Happy
Says
birthday.
the person who bought
Hap-
a dad jokes book.
Happy birthday to Tunisia.
Feliz
birthday.
cumpleaños.
Yay.
A mi hermana.
She won't be on camera, but that's okay because what we're talking about is Batman stuff, and we have some extremely cool guests who know a lot about Batman. So it's going to work out extremely well. So let's go ahead and do the round table of people saying hello. I'm going to start with my veterans first. So say hello.
Hello.
Say hi.
Konnichiwa
I'll get-
gozaimasu.
Oh my!
Oh,
I'll give
no,
a
we
proper
doing that?
introduction, and then say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so there's new faces here that you haven't seen before. As you know, with the show, we do have more than just our 5 that's a part of ILNL. So the first person I want to introduce to everyone is our good friend B, aka Brian. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's gonna be so much fun today.
Yes, it is.
So
Kristen,
much.
of course, we all know. So welcome back. She's getting that education on, and she's rocking the Batman today. Is it
Batman meets
Yes.
Van Gogh.
See, that's
Why?
pretty dope.
Why?
That is
Batman
dope.
meets Van Gogh.
Why not?
And Brian just saw the Van Gogh exhibit.
I did. It was very
And
interesting.
I'd like to introduce you to Robert. Now, we go back.
A ways. A long ways, actually.
RTR, if for those of you that know about our old show, the Ray Timmer Represents podcast. So this is kind of a little bit of a homecoming. But
Tear.
we're talking Batman. So for those of you that have been under a rug or under a rock or rug, whichever one you want to pick, one of those two, the Batman dropped. And some of us on the panel today have seen the Batman, and some of us have not. But this is going to be a very, very interesting conversation because there's things that we can talk about and some things that we just can't because we'll spoil it, which kind of sucks because
Oh, I told my students it's already going to happen.
Oh, well, there you have it. So, I guess let's talk a little bit about what the Batman is, what it isn't, and then we can open it up. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Who told you? Who told you?
In the words of Miss Crandall, silence from the peanut gallery.
Jeez. All right. So. Okay. Fighting. All right. Focus. Bringing it back in. Okay. So, the first thing I can say without a shadow of a doubt is I got my wish. Batman did not sparkle.
Oh.
So I just wanted to put that out there.
It's a good start.
Yes. Because that was my big hope that Batman would not sparkle. And he did not. As a matter of fact, he did not disappoint on any level for me. I liked this version of Batman. But like I said, let me open it up so that way we can actually talk. Okay, so the Batman. Kind of a reboot, but not really a reboot because it starts a little bit later than what every other Batman movie has, which is starting with the whole thing of the tragedy of his parents. This is beyond that, which is great. It's a much different take on what we've seen on the Batman. The city feels more alive in some ways. The feel of it is a bit more gritty. It's kind of reminiscent of Dark Knight. But overall, this feels, and this is where probably both you and Brian kind of come in on this. It feels very year one.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, for me, very, very refreshing. So I'm not trying to give any spoilers away, but we will talk about some things about it, and try to do our best to not
Spoil.
spoil too many things.
No spoil zones. Okay.
That's what we're gonna try to do. And I can't say that we'll completely I can't say we'll completely do that, but hopefully by the time you're seeing this, you've already seen it, so then that takes care of us spoiling anything.
I know people who still haven't seen Endgame.
What?
Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
there
like, y'all, it's on TBS.
Constantly.
All this every weekend. It's a superhero weekend every weekend.
Every weekend.
That or Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Single weekend.
Okay, so I actually just finished all of Harry Potter. So like all
Yeah.
the movies and
Even the two Fantastic Beasts.
right,
Nice,
like
okay.
just like
Okay.
last week.
Did you watch it on HBO?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, that's why.
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 I saw the Lord of the Rings. They got
That's
some
like
extra edition, young. I watched one, but it ended up watching me. So like, hey,
You know,
I'm gonna go back again.
I saw the extended The Return of the King.
They got
in
that on there,
theater,
too.
But I saw it in theater where they made you
Shit.
take
Oh,
an
sorry.
intermission.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love movies that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I think
Oh,
the last movie that
what?
did
I'm
that
watching
for
Ben
me-
Hur. It's on HBO Max. Watching Ben Hur. Yeah,
I don't
Ben
want
Hur's
done that.
funny.
to take us too
Haven't
far
done
off the topic, but
Yeah.
I actually saw the extended version. Kian and I, all three movies in the theater.
That's way too long. I can't
Wow.
do that.
That was.
I was going to say, they had that in like one day.
Yes, we did that one
Okay.
day,
Yeah.
and it was worth it.
The last movie that I went to that had an intermission was The Hateful Eight, and that was great.
They had an intermission.
Was it
on it?
intermission?
Yeah,
There was
when
an
we
intermission
saw
in
it,
there?
we saw the 70 millimeter release of it.
Cool.
And at the halfway point, they did do an intermission.
That's
and
cool.
everybody
That's
went
really
and got
cool, yeah.
their little nubbins and whatever. So it was fun. That was fun experiencing that. All right, Batman. So,
Oswald's the penguin.
oh my goodness. So,
Try not to be triggered.
the Batman. So, let's start off with the Bat himself. And Kristen, I'll start off with you. So, one of the things that was really important for this particular version of Batman was he's kind of growing into his sense of who he is. Mm-hmm. And so, he didn't do the separate Bruce Wayne Batman voice. It was still, there was a little bit of separation, but he didn't go for the gravelly
Right.
voice.
He did the Kevin Conroy thing to me, where, to me, Kevin Conroy, if you could just catch Batman really, really off guard, he would slip into his Bruce Wayne voice.
But
Because they
which
sound
one, though?
similar enough.
No, but which one though?
Which,
Because
Kevin Conroy?
Yeah, which kind of Kevin Conroy voice? Because in the first one, in the first cartoon, he actually did the two different voices. But when they redid
Yeah.
it for like the Batman, Superman, and all that,
No, I'm thinking
they,
like original 92, 95.
No, he had two
animated
voices.
he did do those two voices.
Yes, but I mean, like, to me, they still sounded like Kevin
Mm-hmm. No,
Conroy was the one
yes,
who was saying them.
But when he did it on when he did it for like when they revamped the series or whatever, that he just did the regular Batman voice even when he was Bruce Wayne.
Don't recall this.
Yeah, yeah.
In this particular movie, and he what's his name? Patterson?
Yeah.
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Everybody keeps
And that's-
calling this
and-
man Patterson, and I'm like, if y'all get this man's name right,
Pattinson.
I be going on him. You gotta get his name
At
right.
least it ain't
Okay,
had
all right,
another
what's his
S on
first
top
name?
of it.
Robert.
Robert. Okay, Robert.
Robert.
I can remember that now. Okay, so
Hey.
the whole thing with this particular voice, and I love that he explained it on Jimmy Kimmel. Did I say his name right?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you
all right.
talking about Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? That's the other
Kimmel.
thing. Okay.
Kimmel?
Okay.
He talked about how he wanted the voice for Batman to have more of a whispery tone, and he
I
went
feel like
for
that was valid.
no. Oh, do I need to bring it
maybe
up?
he did it on both. He might have talked about it on both.
He might have talked about it.
Because I saw in a couple of interviews him talking about how he tried to do a whisper.
Right, and it was weird. So the theater that I went to,
It's a little weird.
it was a little hard to hear him, and I even
Yeah.
commented about this
Yeah.
in our chat.
In the chat, yeah.
Yeah, so like he was just talking like it's some ASR. What is it called?
ASMR.
It's ASMR.
So wait,
And-
I'm sorry. The new Batman is the Yin Yang Twins. What's
Yeah, like, oh.
So he was very seductive in his voice.
So that means he come up behind you and just whispering, "I'm Batman."
Have
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Actually, he didn't say I'm Batman in this.
He didn't. Not to switch universes, but have y'all ever seen the interview with I think it's 6 of the Avengers, and Mackie is talking about how like you can tell how old somebody is when they're a guy if they're a fan, because the guys who are like in their 40s and 50s, they like come up to you and talk to you in your sweet spot.
oh damn.
I'm sorry, sweet spot.
Sweet spot.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to demonstrate on Rob because he's the closest. Key, is that okay? Look at Chico. Why are you in the corner like that, like a creeper?
He's Batman.
I'm about to say, no, he the Riddler in the first 3 minutes of the movie. That's what he is. But yeah, the sweet spot is like where because Anthony Mackie was like he was at the urinal or whatever.
What?
And the guy came up behind him and was like on his neck right here, like this is the sweet spot. He was like, "Hey, yo, man, I really like your movie."
Okay.
And that's how Rob Pattinson kind of
Pineapples,
but
no.
He was just like,
no.
I can't
no.
tell you if she's an enemy or a friend.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, see, I'm.
And I was like, do you remember Into the Spider-Verse where he was like, hey. Like, but without the head nod, maybe you could have caught the head. That's how it is.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
That's
just like, is he talking? Is he thinking? I'm not sure, but I like the voice. I do like the voice.
you do like the voice.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Me
You
too.
do like the voice.
When you can
Yeah.
hear it.
Okay.
Like the thing that was really unique for me with him doing this, outside of it being that it wasn't gravelly and he was like I am vengeance. Like it wasn't that.
Jeez. Okay.
It kind of gave that sense of him trying to figure out who he is as Batman. Mm-hmm. And probably if this character were to mature later on in the movies, we might see that development happen. But I liked how, it was very cerebral,
Okay.
if that's a good word. Because you kind of got the sense that he's doing this and he still feels uncomfortable in his own skin.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Yeah, and
So
that's what I got from it.
He hasn't separated personalities yet.
At this
basically.
point, it felt to me, and you could jump in on this too. It felt like he was being Batman all the time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he wasn't trying to play Bruce Wayne at this section of where
Okay.
he is in the movie. So, like the times where he is Bruce, you can feel that he still was Batman.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say he just seems really uncomfortable in the Bruce Wayne skin.
Yeah.
And I actually really liked that because I feel like that is probably the journey that you would be on after 2 years of being Batman.
Yeah.
What that's actually was the journey because this, from my understanding, this is actually based on year one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, year 2.
Two.
No.
Sorry, I
it's
had to
based
follow
on
it up
year
and
one.
look. I had to follow up and look at it.
So
and
he's been doing it
No.
for 2
they
years.
said,
Yeah.
yeah. He's been doing
But
it for
in the
2
comics,
years.
it's probably based off of year one, though.
Well, okay, there's different websites that say different things. That's the
Okay.
problem.
Got it.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you were saying.
So it's the beginning. So he,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, of course, but from what I'm hearing, I do like the idea of him trying to find himself, because the tricky thing is Bruce Wayne is the character.
Yes.
Like he
Yes.
is Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the fact that if he's Batman all the time, and that's how he would be starting off.
And that's what it felt like in this. It was if like, and again, I'm not trying to give away too much, but this was one of the cool things that kind of made it feel like this is the beginning. There's a scene where he's free falling,
Can I get a water, please?
and
I'm sorry.
he's still hasn't gotten to that point where he's the fearless Batman.
Thank you.
And so he's still trying to be completely man, not athletic, but something like that.
Fit?
He's not fit. It's more so like when Batman's fully Batman, like he gets to the point where he can actually fight without seeing.
Yeah.
At this point, he still sees the world as the world it is. Like he still has fear. So in the scene, he jumps off of a perch, and he's free falling, and he doesn't have complete control of his suit, and careens under a bridge, and tucks and rolls and hurts himself. It's so brilliant because it shows how early he is as Batman. And that was one of the things when I saw that scene, I was like, that right there is good storytelling.
He looks like a first-time skydiver.
Yes. Look like someone who's never jumped out of a plane.
And you know how they have like the camera right there in front of you? That's what it's like.
It's
In
a
the
really
theater.
good it's a really good shot.
I was like, okay, I'm right there with you. Okay. I can hear the wind in my ear.
Right.
I tried to jump. I was falling.
No
heard
gravel.
No gravelly voice.
You got-
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's whisper voice.
The sexy Batman? Huh?
What was this rated?
R,
So
right?
that's the weird thing about this. Like in some theaters, they said that this was going to be like a PG-13 movie, but at the end it showed an R
For real? For what? For language?
language.
I was gonna say,
course.
because they said
Well,
the F
language
word
is
a couple
violence.
of times. I know
Yeah.
that. I think some of the brutality of the
Yeah, it was
Violence.
That was oh man, the fights were really
yeah, they were
well
good.
done.
Yeah, they were good. Except
And-
for there were a couple parts where I was like, y'all need to change that camera angle. I can see he ain't hitting nothing. That's just air. That's like being on a Wii. Not hitting nothing but making all the sounds.
The thuds of the punches. Like I would have loved to have been in a theater where they really cranked up the sound because the gritty thud of every punch, and even his walk.
You want a D-box seat.
I'm big on sound, and the very first sound that I heard that jumped out for me was just him walking.
Yeah, the walking part, yeah.
Like he has a very heavy walk.
Well, them boots add about 3 inches, so
Yeah,
I'm thinking, yeah.
he's short.
He's not short. He's 6'1".
Oh, is he?
Well, I think he's just heavy now, loud walking. That's gonna go away when he gets.
When he when he
Yeah.
gets into it, yeah.
Trying to be a little more
I'm not
stealth.
sure I like the idea of a sexy talking Batman. I don't think.
Then you not gonna like this
I'm like,
because
He whispers a lot.
he and Zoe
It's good.
Hey,
chemistry.
criminal.
is
Very
very
chemistry.
good.
I'm behind you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So
I'm following you. Don't move.
all right. So moving into another character, and I was reading a ton before I went to go see the movie, and the one character that they talked a lot about was Riddler. And the whole thing, again, I'm trying not to give too much away, but we all seen it in the trailer, so I could talk about it. Him taping up his victims, so good. Like I love the whole thing of the thing of silencing people and using duct tape to do it, because like when they were developing the character, they were talking about how what's the actor's name?
Oh gosh.
See,
No. Paul.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not Dino. Gosh, this is gonna bother me.
oh, I'm so sorry because
character
normally
kinda
Kristen's
name?
like on it.
I'm usually IMDb.
Yeah.
Paul
So
Dano.
thank you. So he's the one that said, I want my Riddler to use tape. And
Okay.
and the way that he did it, like taping people up.
Your
It
face
just,
is priceless.
it made duct tape feel creepy.
Well,
When does duct tape not feel
Yeah,
creepy?
No,
though?
when
duct tape is
I
always
feel like
creepy.
that's serial killer 101.
I guess. I mean, I've never
Duct
been
tape.
one.
But
So-
let's hope.
There's a whole channel dedicated
Oh, well,
to
well, there
this
you have
stuff.
it.
But I'm perplexed. Well, I guess I have to see it because it doesn't, from what I know,
Yeah.
fit the psychology of the Riddler right now.
It's such a different spin.
Right, and what you get?
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
speak your mind.
no.
This
'Cause-
is the one arena
is
that
it-
you definitely could
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, I
Please
speak
do.
my mind all the time. So
Bless you.
Guys, do
Thank
tight.
you. Garcias.
go watch your match day. So
Sneeze in Japanese.
I think
Peanut Gallery.
I have to see it. I just think there's some changes. Some changes does not need to be made. And I know Stanley says whatever happens is whatever happens is what the writers want. And there's a fictional character, so there's no while there's a lore, there is no rule book of how they should be because they're all made up. And I dig it. But there's some things where it's like there's a history behind it. And if you're doing this movie and you're talking about these characters, there's a certain path you still need to follow. So if you change their psychology and their motivation would make them do something and it's no longer that character, then you just make somebody else up and just go from there.
In this, I don't think they did that because of the whole thing of the riddles. Like, is he stayed true to the core of what the character is with the whole thing, the riddles. And talking about the riddles, they weren't kiddie riddles. Like, in the sense, like, when you're looking at, like, Batman the Animated Series, a lot of those riddles...
Be careful.
I'm about to say, because you probably about to call out the one that I like the most.
Yeah, but what about from the game though?
Yes,
Everybody kept saying it felt like Arkham Origins.
Yeah, if it was along those lines where it was like there was
Especially
thought
then.
to what the riddles could be, and you had to be a person with the mind of a detective in this case, who could understand someone with that type of a psyche, and they played into that.
Okay.
That's just my take.
Or you could just read books.
Or you could read books and get educated, I guess.
Education.
Education.
What? Education?
Education. Either way,
Go read a book.
the
Read a book. Read a book.
I'm trying not to get in trouble with YouTube.
We self-edited.
So the whole thing with the serial killer thing, I thought that was well done too. The whole thing with the ciphers and all that, like serial killers of whoever they might have referenced that.
Zodiac.
That was
ciphers.
that
Zodiac.
was Zodiac killer. Thank you.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest one.
Yeah, it had that feel too.
That's one of the things that I struggled with because I was watching the movie and I was like, man, people keep talking about like he referenced David Fincher and I'm like, it's very heavy-handed. It's very heavy-handed referencing. Yeah,
So,
but still very good.
yeah.
Still very masterful. Just reminiscent.
So I want to throw this at Junior, aka
Yeah.
Brian. So, being that you know the history of the Bat, the one thing that jumped out for me was Gordon, right? This Gordon was not the commissioner yet, but they cast this Gordon as the dude from Westworld.
You mean Peoples?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Peoples.
Yeah.
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 You know.
Yeah. And I thought that was a good choice for what this was because it felt very noir. Yeah. So my question for you is, like, being that you know what you know about Batman, is that kind of a change that you could work with?
I mean, you
I know
kind of
you haven't
seen
seen
it
it yet.
before. I mean, but you seen it. But I mean, like you kind of see some of it in certain comics, and even certain movies that he's been in.
Like which
What
ones?
that character? Like from like, God damn, what was the jump? The one when they had the 5 different Batman cartoons. That one. They were showing the different like the different animation. And and they had
Yeah.
more like the kind of their story of it, but that was still based off of like that was still kind of after the bail though,
But
right?
see, but the thing about that is Gordon was still white.
That too.
Like this is the first time that Gordon.
It's black. I know.
Oh, actually, I can't say.
No.
Because you guys haven't seen that animated series, right? The little movie.
Which one?
Which one?
The one you were talking about. The
Is it on HBO Max?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
it's old though.
Then it's
Oh, you know
fine,
what?
yeah.
Have you
It's
seen?
old.
You can bring it up.
Gotham by Gaslight.
No, that's what's in my. That's literally
Yeah, I've
so-
seen
next
that.
to my
Yeah,
queue.
that jump's wild.
Literally next
just
to my
wild.
queue because I've been
Gotham
watching
by
Batman
Gotham.
stuff all week.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about it.
Why not?
But you good because I don't believe in spoilers. I'm an anti-spoiler.
But you're not spoiling the Batman.
That's
It
true.
doesn't matter. I'm spoiling a Batman. You still haven't seen it yet.
Well, anyway, in
I
that-
think
in
we.
that
I
part,
think
I
the
think
moratorium
that's-
on that is
Yeah,
passed.
it's like how I just said. If you haven't seen Endgame,
Continue, brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's just saying that you can tell that it wouldn't be too much of a change, but because like you can tell that like Jim is learning during that same time to like work with Batman and fill him out before you be like, oh yeah, you can just do whatever. I feel you. oh, he doing that? Nah, man, Batman, you can handle this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't think he's gotten that to that level yet.
It's coming because like the way they did the development for this, that relationship, it has the bones of what we know it to be, and I kind of like. It feels kind of comical in the sense like if you watch any of those old noir type of movies and such, where it's like a buddy cop type situation. That I was like, but it worked for this.
it felt a little weird just also because of the glaring age difference.
Yeah,
Where I'm like, one of y'all's talking very buddy buddy, and the other one seems to be very stern and serious. I'll let y'all figure out which is which. But I was just like, I don't think y'all are on the same page right now. I don't think that this is just. I don't think y'all meshing right here with what the relationship's supposed to be.
but it's definitely coming. I could see that. All right, so let's go to Selena Kyle, and I guess we'll end off with
The bat and the
Oswald.
cat.
The bat and the cat. So I was really worried about their direction for Catwoman because of all the previous Catwomen.
Well, Anne Hathaway paid a decent one,
I
I
say
think.
she was fine.
Yeah, like
I said she was fine.
I said, I said decent. I said decent. You
I said
know.
fine.
I mean, like,
Said what I said.
I mean, I mean,
You
as
know,
long
fine
as
means
it's,
mediocre, right? Average.
And that's the point right there.
Okay.
Like she didn't mess it up.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
in this particular version, I again, it's the whole thing of beginnings. I thought that they did a good job of giving her enough scenes to kind of figure out how she is this cat burglar.
Okay.
I'm actually excited if they bring her back to see what they do with the character. Because at this point, we now established Batman, Catwoman. I'm not going to talk about the other thing, dealing with Arkham. I don't want to go that far into it.
You already said Arkham.
Well, we know that if there's a Gotham, there's a Arkham.
Do we know that?
Yes.
Do we, brother?
Yes, we
know
do.
that?
They do say Arkham in the commercial.
Yes.
One of the TV spots.
Yeah.
Okay then.
So it's coming
I
out.
won't say this, but they do say the Arkham family.
Yes. So
The Arkhams and the Waynes.
yeah. So I'm excited to see how that relationship's going to bloom, considering the way the movie was.
And they're friends in real life.
Are they?
Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson.
So that's why
Yeah.
that chemistry on screen was.
Yeah, like they did a chemistry test, I think it was, for Remember Me, which is like the movie I think that every Robert Pattinson fan hates. when people bring it up. It's the one with like 9/11 at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So she didn't get that part, which she brings up in interviews too.
interesting.
She's like, I didn't get that part, but you know, we got along really well, so they just stayed in touch.
So, okay, I'm going to ask this directly to Kristen because this is about Oswald. Prosthetics. What was your thoughts?
They were fine. They were fine. It
Mediocre.
I would say this one thing. He probably could have used his real voice because, like,
yes.
his actual like, what is it, Colin
Farrell.
Carol Feller's actual voice. If he, it's very harsh. If I can say
Because
it.
he's
Yeah.
Irish.
Yeah, yeah. So he could probably use that voice and probably put a little grit on it to be the Penguin. He didn't have to do
Dick
that.
Tracy.
Yeah.
It was very Dick
That's
Tracy.
all I kept saying. I was
Yeah.
like, this whole movie feels very Dick Tracy to me
Yeah.
with these accents in particular. I was like,
It was
what are you doing?
comical.
See? I thought the little,
Yeah,
like, the guy from the animated
it was
series
that
was going to come
Chicago
out.
gangster
I was like,
Why?
Dick Tracy voice.
Why?
exactly. That's
Why?
The, that's
He
the
could have just
question.
played his regular voice. You know what I'm saying?
But
I think Oswald is supposed to be a high end businessman, and I'm not sure why they went with that voice. I don't
It's what,
get it.
It's
I
what
don't.
Colin Farrell brought with him.
it was his contribution to the Batman.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't have a problem with it. Like, it did again, Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
It felt very, very cartoon.
Yeah.
Very
Are we talking about the Warren Beatty Dick Tracy movie?
yes.
Yes.
Oh my!
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Oh,
what
it
we're
just hit
referring
you,
to.
didn't it? It just hit you.
That's why, like, some parts I was like, it was so film noir.
Yes.
And then it became really campy all of a sudden. And I was like,
Adam West County.
is this a joke?
It wasn't Adam West campy. I
No,
can say
no,
that
no, no.
much.
But it was
No.
still like,
You can say what you want, but you better not talk anything bad about my Adam West.
oh, we're not going to.
No.
Everything has its place.
I'll
Look,
watch that now.
I have a picture with me at Rehoboth Beach with a Batman Adam West statue, like right before he passed away. So
That's bizarre.
Adam West is my love. You know, it's the reason why I watch Family Guy.
Yeah. Adam West.
I think even that whole campy feel, if it's done correctly in a
Yes.
movie, it could work.
Yes.
But it seemed like they didn't do it well in this movie.
I don't want to go as far as to say that they didn't do it well. It felt like for what they made this particular universe, it worked. It just once you've seen so many movies, especially Batman movies, you get kind of sensitive to just how the actors are portraying the characters.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing of Christian Bale's Batman. You got used to it after a while.
You did.
The whole thing with Val Kilmer's Batman, which I think was the most comic-y.
I think
No.
It
No.
wasn't.
No.
Clooney.
No.
Okay,
no.
yeah, Clooney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clooney.
For
With
the record,
bat card,
Yeah.
like
for- that
the
movie never
nipples on the
existed.
suit.
I don't know what you guys. George Clooney was never Batman.
Fair enough. I'm
sorry,
Fair
he
Was
enough.
Alicia
He
Silverstone
was.
also never Batgirl?
Who?
And there's yeah. But in
No, for real. Was she?
Poor Alicia Silverstone. Poor
in all
Alicia
seriousness
Silverstone.
though, like this particular movie, it felt like if DC were to just keep doing singlets and not necessarily make a connected universe, even though they always say multiverse and just reset everything.
No, they stupid. I'm sorry. That's where you need to go for now. I mean, one Marvel has set the tone, but even though the cartoons are better than your live action. That's how I feel.
Yes.
That's
That's
what
what
DC
everybody I
does.
think agrees
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, and then if you can transfer that over,
Right.
that's the only thing you
Why
have
is
to
that
do.
so
and you can
difficult?
fucking kill, I mean,
So
you
we could
kill
talk
it.
about that because that's a whole different conversation.
I mean, yes,
So-
it is.
That's why
But
Kevin
he
Conroy
brought
is my
it in.
favorite.
He
brought it
is.
in.
He is. But I say this real quick. Just-
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
waiting.
ahead.
I'm waiting for Flashpoint because
Yeah.
Flashpoint is actually going to really reset
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
And I've seen. Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're basically gonna do what they did in the movie.
Pretty much.
Just
Oh. Now, like, you done had like how many movies? 4? No,
After all
5.
this time.
5.
5.
Yeah, so we can say for certain, at least feel certain, that DC understands that that a connected universe is just not in their bag. They started late. It is what it is. But what I'm looking forward to, if they can make it work, is connecting the Joker movie into
How?
Please don't.
they can't. They
Please
can't.
don't. I don't
can't.
even want
the
them to
timing
try.
works.
No,
That's
no.
how it works.
It doesn't.
Because
Joker is
the
the
whole thing,
80s.
right? And this is what now, right? For the Batman. So there's time for him to age.
No.
He'd be like 60
So
Joker
when
was-
Batman is 20.
The Joker was older.
Not that much older, was he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
not
you
that-
really don't know.
No.
He's
well,
supposed to be like
really?
60 when Batman is 20?
so
I thought it was 50.
the Joker movie
Or at least 40.
is a standalone, and
40,
Yeah.
I can get
the
on
way
board
they
with.
created the
I can get
Joker
on board with
movie
40 easily. Not-
cannot
not
have a
retirement.
Batman in it. Because the great thing about the Dark Knight trilogy is they made Batman in the real world, or more realistic, I should say.
Yes.
The Joker movie is what if this man lived in real life. So there's nothing fantasy about it because he was crazy. He was just a crazy dude, and that was it. So they turned him to an actual serial killer on makeup, but in an actual real life. So Batman could not exist because of his gadgets and whatever else. It's not physically
Okay, I see what you
possible.
mean.
I can see that.
I can see
But
what you mean.
then we can always change all of that with the Flash going and connecting everything,
No.
breaking everything up.
Give up.
Flashpoint.
Give up.
No,
You're
no.
done. Stop trying.
So
It's like when a kid gives me their fourth rewrite. I'm like, it's okay. You're done. There's nothing else left. Just write a new paper. Just write a whole new topic, please.
So, wrapping on this for the Batman. Like I said, both you and I, Kristen, we've seen it. Quick thought on was it worth the wait?
That face says no.
It's like the wait being worth it. Like,
Could it been on HBO Max and you could have been fine?
no, because I do think like the theatricality of it warrants seeing it on a big screen. I do think that that's
What if
fair
you're on
to
a
say.
projector and you can watch it on a big screen? What sounds?
I like the enclosedness of all the potential COVID people around.
Yeah, you
So-
know what I'm saying? Hey, get coughed on if you want. You know?
But no, like
You got to pay extra for that.
I have one quip with the movie, like one actual quip. It's the sound.
Yep, that's exactly what I. Yeah.
It was the sound, and also, like the
crunching of
score
the
is
popcorn?
fantastic, huh?
The crunching of the popcorn.
No.
The score is fantastic. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's very well done. I like everybody's theme.
Did
It was
Danny
too
Elfman do it?
heavy-handed.
Danny Elfman didn't do it.
No, it was some. Keep want to say like Macarius or something, but it's some new guy who he did. Did he do Cloverfield with Matt Reeves before? He did something else that he's like really well known for. The music was great. It was just like. And I'm trying not to tell, but there was a part where when the music was introduced, and this is kind of nice if you're subverting expectations, where you would think this is where they're introducing Batman because
Yeah.
it's the Batman thing.
And you start to kind of hear it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it's like after the theme has been playing for a while, then you see Batman. And I'm like, why is he not coming out during the theme? Why is he coming out after the theme? And it was quieter. And so I was just like,
Pausing
it's
for
just-
effect.
yeah, but it was one of those things where like you can tell the director was subverting expectations. And I don't like when I can tell that that's what the director was trying to do.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'll tack on to that.
That was great.
I think it was worth the wait just because of the delay. Like, it would have been nice for it to have been on time, but of course we're in real world situations and all that. But for me, it was worth the wait. I'm definitely going to see this a couple more times before it hits HBO Max, because I know that there's some things I missed, basically because I couldn't hear it.
I was gonna say this is why when Tanisha asked me what I thought about it when I first walked in, I was like, I had one scored first. Now I've got a new score, and I'll probably give it a different score after I see it 2 more times.
Yep.
So I need about 3 times before I check. What? 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 What back there? What? What'd you say?
Teacher mode.
I know, right?
What?
Because I hear
What?
She's
What you say?
She's about to give some E's.
Somebody want to come over here? Come on,
we
Chico.
don't give F's anymore.
No.
Come on,
Yeah.
Tanisha.
No,
Come
no.
on.
We talking about Ghostbusters. What the hell you want?
Afterlife?
Yes.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just watched it the other day.
I want to know why y'all talking while we talking.
All right, so I'm gonna close out the show.
Conversation's boring.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
That's because you haven't seen the movie.
so for
I was
me,
talking
the
about
movie was good. I liked it.
What? So, real talk. The question about worth the wait. Who was waiting for this movie?
Ooh, lots of people.
Oh man,
I was waiting for Rob Pattinson's performance.
I was waiting for my Batman not to sparkle.
Okay, so that's 2 people, and you actually was waiting for him not to sparkle. So you would have went for the movie.
I'm sorry,
You was waiting-
but Sparkle Batman from Lego 2 was funny.
That meme was everywhere.
Funny.
Everywhere.
So
Well-
I mean, like people usually superhero movies, people are waiting for like months, years. I forgot this movie was coming out until last week.
How? It is
Exactly.
everywhere.
Oh, is it?
And I'm on one social media platform. It is everywhere. I cannot get away from this movie. It might also be algorithms, but still.
That too, yeah.
Possibly.
I mean,
You know me with my 6 Batman T-shirt
But
on
with-
the week.
Sparkles.
What?
No, he doesn't.
What out of all the comic people?
Whoa. Okay.
That's what's okay.
All right.
All right, Red Band trailer.
I know. That's a special DVD Blu-ray release from
Oh
Sparkling
yeah, that's something
Batman.
else Matt Reeves said, that there was another scene with the person at the end of the movie that they cut, and it's probably going to be on the director's version.
I'll probably end up getting it. So
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
yeah.
I probably will end up watching it on HBO Max.
And click on the extras button.
I still have to own it. Like I don't like. I love streaming services, but I don't like.
Old school, man. Gotta have it. Gotta have the
Yeah,
media.
because I don't want people taking away from it. Like, if I want to watch it, I want to watch it when I want to watch it, not you tell me I can watch it.
Right,
What
right,
tell me
right.
to do.
Yeah.
What if
That's why you
it's
do
permanently
bootleg.
streamable?
It's never is.
That's why you have.
What if
bootleg.
it is? Like,
Then
what if it's
then
streamable for a year?
Then I'm good.
I
But
heard
get
you.
too
Can you
long.
stream, and then within the first days of streaming, what if you go get the hard copy? Then can you stream again?
That's why you hit a download.
When it comes
button.
back.
As long as I own it, I'm good.
Okay. I was gonna say I always get the ones that say like plus digital copy, because I learned that those get added to your YouTube. Thanks,
That's
Chico.
why you get a download copy from somebody that you know.
Mine comes with the one that I own
I mean,
in hand. That's why I can still play movies when I'm at work and the computer's trying to block my streaming services.
All right.
oh my
so,
god.
So
I'm like,
let's-
YouTube works.
So you said it's good. You said it's good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth at least seeing once.
I mean, I'm watching
That's
It
what
is.
your
Batman.
marker is.
No, I mean, worth the wait.
Yes, for me, yes.
It was worth
I
seeing in
haven't
the
seen it
theater to
yet.
me.
No, I mean, are you?
I'm just
Looking
gonna watch
forward
it on
HBO Max?
You gonna wait? Okay, so I mean, I gotta go see it in theaters. I can't wait for HBO Max. I have to see it in theaters.
I mean, I'm gonna
I
have
think
to see it in
I
theaters.
think it would be
But I'm not
behoove
rushing.
you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
would
not
be-
rushing to
look.
go see it.
$6 Tuesdays at AMC.
No, AMC is extra charging people for this movie.
Everyone is.
Oh yeah, that's
and
what
we
Chico
reported that on
said.
the show.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they didn't charge me extra, but I bought my tickets like 3 weeks before it came out.
I paid a premium price to go see it, but I wanted to.
I paid under 20. That's all I
paid
care
under
about.
20. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I feel like as long as you pay under $20, because the most I paid for a movie is 22.
What movie? Just real quick.
It was the last Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah.
can see that.
Although I didn't pay for it.
Okay. All right, so let's close this thing out.
Date night.
Yeah, actually, with a whole bunch of questions about what's going on.
Oh my.
Don't come to
then
see
you can't-
part 2 of Deathly
you can't-
Hallows if you're asking me what's going
You
on.
can't enjoy it if that's the case.
And you're the one who bought me the Deathly Hallows book.
All right, Junior. So we already know that you're going to wait for it to hit HBO Max. What's the one thing you're looking forward to for the movie?
I guess the grittiness of it. I mean, I just want to see how he does.
You
You
won't be
know?
disappointed.
I mean, like,
Junior,
and,
right?
and is it good? And does he really, really fight like him? Like, you know, or like, I mean, like, cause I played the game. I've seen the fight scenes. I mean, fight scenes that he's been in and the other Batmans. And it's like, can you fight? And then if they can fight with him, you know, can he beat him down?
Can't.
And then him recovering from that beat down. That's all.
Yeah, you're going to get some good fight scenes. Like, you can see where
But
he's
only thing
not...
So
I'm
you can
sorry.
tell when it's the
Invincible.
stunt double.
See, but but the only thing that blows me is like, you got a bulletproof suit this early?
Yeah.
Like, nah, they busting off on you, man. Like, hell.
Because it's still supposed to be like 2019. Like one of the
Huh?
dates in the movie is 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it on the paperwork.
But still, even with that, like,
He's got military grade access to military grade
nah,
material.
not that close. No.
In 2019, if we're putting Wayne Industries in 2019,
But still, like, he shouldn't.
he
Nah.
shouldn't. But
No, what I'm saying is,
just
yes,
can't
with the money, huh? With the money that he have, it's like, I'm sorry, man, bro. No.
All right, let me switch it over.
I was about to
So-
say something really inappropriate.
So you've seen the movie. You felt it was worth the wait. What's your one takeaway from it?
I like it when the characters are more reserved as opposed to bombastic or histrionic in their performances. I feel like it fits the overall tone better when they
Say
do that.
bombastic.
I'm so bombastic.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And for you, you said you're going to see it in the theater because you wanted to get that experience. So what are you looking forward to?
Hi. I actually just want to see how they develop the characters. I want to see how much of the canon they keep, and then how do they make it their own, and how does it, and more importantly, where does this fit in the DCEU moving forward?
Cool. So my takeaway from this was you can reboot Batman and still have a good story. Like, I was fearful for some part of it. I was fearful that the reboot could alter too much of the universe for Batman. But considering how many reboots we've had to this point, this didn't feel too much. I that was my takeaway from it. I felt that it was a good start, especially because it wasn't at the absolute beginning. Because we've had that story way too many times up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my
Just-
thing.
There's just so many other Batman. Like, nobody's done Batman Beyond, and it still bugs me.
I don't know if
perplexed
we'll
about
ever
that.
get Batman
I'm
Beyond.
just tired. It's like we've done Batman. Like, we haven't even gone to Red Hood. We haven't gone to Nightwing. Like, can we leave Batman
you
alone?
ain't really
for
got a
two-
Robin. You
Right.
haven't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just leave. Everybody's like, the curse of playing Batman. I don't want to be compared. Okay, then stop having it be Bruce Wayne. Give me Thomas Wayne. Like, throw something in the mix. When they had the... Oh, I can't say that part.
Yeah.
Dang it.
All right, so let's close this thing out before we give anything else away.
Yeah.
So, in order. For Junior,
Say goodnight, son.
Good night, son.
for Kristen,
Good night, Moon.
jeez, for Robert,
Good night, everybody.
you got to whisper.
Is
I gotta
brooding?
whisper.
He's Batmaning right now.
I'm sexy Batman.
Yes, you are.
For Chico, Chris, and oh man, because they're here. And for Tunisia, I'm Tim. As always, thank you for watching and listening to I Love Nerd Life. Don't forget, we have cool things that you can purchase to help out the channel, including this mug, which I was told to make sure I had on hand from the last show.
It will disappear at the end of the show.
It won't disappear. So if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe, hit the alert button for when a new episode goes up. If you like listening to the show audibly, we are everywhere you listen to podcasts. We finally got every single channel up. So anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can hear I Love Nerd Life. So with that being said,
For those who don't know, Audible means you can just listen to it. That's it.
there you go. Thank you for the explanation.
It's not just a subscription service.
It's also a way that you can hear. It's Audible. Yes. So with all that
You're an
being said,
audiophile.
thank you for watching and listening. And you know what? Let's see how this works. And
This is ILNL.
thank you. Somebody said it.
This is ILNL.
I don't like being told what to do.
This is ILNL.
You gotta whisper that.
I did.
Oh, jeez. All right.
This is ILNL.
Cut.
What was I about to ask?
I don't know.
You said Martha.
Meant to ask y'all, is
Why do you say that name?
the second dark version of Riddle or the third?
What?
Oh,
Third, I think. Maybe. Not
Camera-
sure.
Third version of Riddler?
is it
What?
dark but you can still see, or is it that dark where you can't
Oh, I'm
see?
glad you said that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because that's how you
this
remember how to.
It's dark. It's dark and it's hard to see.
So it's like beginnings.
Kind of.
Oh man, nah, man.
It's a little
Oh,
hard
you
to
mean
see.
like the tone, like the color palette?
Yeah, you can't hardly see the
it's
character.
really it's muted.
Oh.
It's muted.
Oh, I hate
So it's really
that.
hard to see.
Yeah, it is muted. It's 7.
It's 7.
It's 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I kept saying like David Fincher. It's David
Yeah.
Fincher. I'm sorry. Like I know we like.
Now
we're
I'm
not
gonna be
supposed to
mad
compare-
watching that. Man, like you ain't even see.